Recording in progress.
See the,
I'm sorry, what?
were you able to see the red line contract?
Was I able to see, I'm sorry,
Were you able to see the contract that had red lines from Seth?
no, I did not, no.
I saw it, but I didn't see that it was redlined. It's weird. Nope. And then Ariel will send it to you.
Already.
So the meeting, just read it.
I haven't gotten anything yet. Is it much different than the other one?
Well, it's definitely updated.
Okay.
Okay, calling this meeting to order at 5:04 on October 18th. We'll do a roll call
Chair Meyer,
here.
trustee Pasley,
Here,
trustee Lakai. Here. Maria Pro Tempore Kinney,
Here.
town clerk Blackwell.
So this is our forum. Gonna read the vision statement, the older one now, because, oh, and that's the new one. Yeah, so nice. Can I read it?
Historic Crestone, Colorado exemplifies small mountain town beauty within a community committed to multi-generational well-being. The town continues to celebrate its pioneering spirit and unique diversity through contemporary self-reliance. Crestone's goals are to enhance economic viability, environmental preservation, sustainable living practices, and social responsibility.
Okay, next we have approval of agenda. So we're taking off the minutes because they weren't ready.
I will approve the agenda as amended, removing the approval of the minutes.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
aye,
Okay, citizens' comments? Would you like to speak?
Making another mistake.
Okay, thank you. New business is the discussion on this contract.
Eleanor, give me 5 minutes.
So, you saw the text I sent you? Okay, I'm gonna read it. I asked her about title because I felt like that was the biggest thing that came up, was about her title as a CPA or whatever, people wanna, call her, but, she's not a CPA because she missed one class, went to Europe instead, and instead she decided to just stick with what she's doing. So I said, hi, Andrea, of course I'm getting pushback from our local town residents. What is the title that you are using for your work? people are not understanding your experience and therefore comparing you to a normal bookkeeper. She said, I'm a professional bookkeeper. I have my management and human resource bachelor's and an accounting minor. I would say she being the people are welcome to contact the auditor and have him explain, but don't think Ronnie would enjoy that. I clean up what everyone else can't figure out how to do. How to. Your auditor by law can't fix it. That places them in a position of management. I used to operate under an umbrella of an accounting firm that charged at least double for my time. I'm not someone concerned with title. I have never in 30 years had a client unsatisfied. Actually, they usually send me Amazon gift cards and cash bonuses because they are so grateful. What I do isn't flashy. I dive in and find mistakes and clean up financial records. I am a contractor, so I pay my own taxes. I don't get paid any benefits such as health insurance. The turnover cost to you is extra expensive when you hire people unqualified and can legally put you in a jam. I've seen it multiple times because I'm one who comes in, fixes and cleans it up afterwards. Call it whatever you want. For me, it's about getting the job done efficiently and correctly. All that being said, you all do what is best for you.
So I have a couple of questions, I would have liked to have seen some bit of a resume attached to this, so not for professional.
So part of it is that, I had to search for her. She's not searching for a job. She's getting calls. If we don't take it,
Or even something from her website that says, something about her professional background is, I don't know, we don't really know in bookkeeping services. So, and I look at this contract and it's like, what is she actually agreeing to provide and, review and update financial records, provide bookkeeping services. Okay, but I don't really understand the scope of work. Is she going to help with preparing the 2025 budget?
well, what she said to me was that there's no way that we can really have an accurate budget without having accurate books. So she wants to get the books really clear down. She told me down to the penny.
Right,
And then we can focus on the budget more, but
okay,
she's gonna have to come in and really, see what,
but to me, I understand that philosophy to say $75 an hour for a bookkeeper. I'd like to know that we're hiring somebody who has really excellent credentials and can do the work that we need to do. And I'm just saying, I'd like to see a little bit more about what they're providing,
Mhm. No, I understand.
and like helping to prepare the 2025 budget. It says that she's willing to do whatever we ask of her. I don't know if she's ever worked for a municipality helping.
she told me specifically that she works for counties. Counties is what she works for mostly.
She's like,
County, this was a county contract. She has worked for counties, and she was a town clerk at one time and went to clerk school to be the clerk.
so she's worked with providing county budgets,
County budgets. And
town budgets.
I didn't get into the town stuff. She said right now she's doing counties,
So, what I'm wondering is like governmental bookkeeping, record
Yes.
keeping. There's a lot of times there's differences between what a business might put together and what's required for a municipality. from what you have told me, she sounds like a great candidate.
Right.
But I'm not seeing it in the
So
contract.
the recommendation we got was from our auditor. We haven't gotten our audit yet, so we don't know, how good he is, but, what I'm getting is that he came highly recommended from Wall Smith and Bateman, and so it's kind of like we're just going with the references we have. Both Adam and Dana had called around and we're having a hard time finding somebody, so I know that, there's people who think that it's easy to find somebody, but I don't think it's as easy as, I'm kind of,
Oh, yeah, I mean, trying to find even just bookkeeping services is really difficult. I'm just wanting to make sure that we as the board are doing our due diligence to say, this is a person who comes highly recommended by Wall Smith and Bateman. I mean,
well, it's basically 2 degrees away from that, so, well, 1 degree away from that, so it's Wall Smith and Bateman recommended Ronnie Farmer recommended her,
Okay,
and Ronnie, she has, they know each other really well, she's been doing this for 30 years.
and
I
then,
mean, I could ask her if she'll send a resume, I don't know, if she has one even made up, she's so busy. I mean, she's,
yeah, I would just feel.
I understand.
We need somebody qualified, and what you have told me, she sounds like
Well,
she's very
I
qualified.
talked with her, Ariel listened in for part of the conversation, I mean, it was kind of like just sitting here before our last meeting, I had a call with her at 8:30 in the morning. And then I went out and Dennis heard some of it, but I mean, they both heard parts of the conversation. So it was a little tricky but from what I got was it's a whole nother level of what we're looking, I mean, it's like almost synchronistically exact on what we're looking for as far as somebody to come in and help clean us up.
Okay.
However, we do have to put our trust in it. I mean, I don't think we're doing this without trust and,
We do have a 30-day notice, this is month to month of an agreement, which I like that, because we don't really, I mean, she doesn't know us, we don't really know her.
the travel expenses were set only because if we decided that for some reason we wanted her to come here, otherwise Ariel will have to be working with her by email and then possibly Zoom.
Yeah, and, so, and I guess my main question is that they have. You have the contract and then if you say, separately, you could have a resume that, we have something. My neighbor says to me, why are you hiring a bookkeeper for $75 an hour? I need to be able to say, this
Sure.
person.
Let me just see if,
X, Y, Z, this is what their experience is, this is what we need right at the moment. I'd like to see how I can justify.
yeah, I totally
this.
understand.
And,
Yes.
and then I'd also like to just know that this person is going to be participating in preparing our budget. I mean, to me, when I look at that, it's like, yeah, we gotta clean these things up, but budget is coming right at us. And so, I mean, from the work that you've done, I'm okay with hiring this person, especially under the terms that we have. I just wish we had just a little bit more information to go with it. So, I don't know, your thoughts, Adam?
I mean,
I think that we should decide here and now to advertise for the position of the treasurer immediately.
Yeah.
For 12 hours a week. Because we have a state requirement to have a treasurer.
Yeah.
So.
we have one now, we made her the interim treasurer.
We should still hire a treasurer.
I agree, but I'm saying we don't have the rush.
No, but if we advertise it now, then
Right.
we're on our way. is there any do we need to have a motion to
Yes.
advertise? I make a motion to advertise for a treasurer for up to 12 hours a week.
I would second that motion.
Did you hear that, Dennis?
Yes, I did.
Any discussion?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm not against advertising for the treasurer. I'm just wondering do we have, or should we look at the possibility of reconstructing a job description, or are we obligated to fulfill that position with a job description provided by the state? In other words, what the state expects.
I have no objection to you modifying the job description, and I don't know what the state requires.
And we can look at what our last advertisement was and see if we want to adjust that or not. Cause we advertised for a treasurer just, what, 8 months ago? So we have that information and I suppose we could review it and, see if there's anything we wanna change about that. But I agree, I think right now we should be advertising for a full-time position. And this person is a temporary position in order to help us get our,
Yeah, this person will be our treasurer.
No, she would not be our treasurer.
so you wanna call a vote on that?
Can I ask, yeah, you can call the vote, but I was gonna ask if I can have emailed to me a copy of what the last advertisement was and what it described, and if we can get started on that.
Yeah,
Okay,
vote.
Do we have it? Yeah. Do we have a job description in general for treasurer?
There is a job
There is, okay.
description.
Cool.
sounds good idea.
All in favor?
Aye.
So then, for a couple of things, we advertised for I think I'm asking Ariel. We advertised for an accountant, a CPA,
A governmental CPA.
a governmental CPA. Okay, so one, to a certain degree, we've done our due diligence to hire somebody for a contract position to assist us with our books. And two, if that's professional services, we might not even have the $5,000 limit. Three, we allocated $24,000 for, I think, this, and we've spent approximately 4,000 of this. So I have no objection to spending 15,000 bucks in this effort. But I would like to know that the person is qualified. And for me, if I had to enter into this agreement, I would want to set an hourly limit to start with. And I would not want that person to travel here. But even if we said, let's try this person for 40 hours at 75 bucks an hour, that's $3,000 towards our $20,000 allocation to get our books in order. So I would maybe be a little cautious like that.
So
I
I asked her
agree
to.
that if we should decide we need to expend more money beyond that, we could do so. I agree, we should have a limit.
She said, I asked her if she had a resume or something she could shoot over. She said, not on me. I actually haven't generated a resume in a long time. I can send some phone numbers for referrals.
That's great. I think Warren has something.
Yes.
I think you advertised for a CPA and not for a bookkeeper. And I think if you had advertised for a bookkeeper, you would be looking at a different dollar denomination. This person is not a CPA, is not on the state website licensing as a CPA. So if you're hiring her under that, I think it's a misnomer. And I don't think you're going back far enough to try to solve the financial problems.
She told me specifically that, once the books are closed, they're really not supposed to be reopened. Once they're closed, and she will fix everything up, you know, so that everybody will be comfortable with what is fixed, but it will be like, you're not gonna reopen 2022 or 2023. Once they're closed, they're closed. I mean, we're gonna have an audit that's gonna complete it, and that's the complete process of it.
Well, I think fraud went on, and nobody likes the word, but when you file documents that are not accurate, while you claim they're accurate in the previous years. And I think you can go and check that yourself easily enough with a calculator. I think you have serious problems that you're not addressing.
So I think when we look at the job description, to think we're gonna be able to hire a CPA, I don't think is realistic. But I think when we can look at the job description, we can review it in things like extensive bookkeeping, experience, a familiarity with, governmental accounting methods. You could say CPA preferred, but not mandatory. Based upon what somebody's experience might be, they might have the experience without actually being a CPA, but the CPAs are getting almost impossible to find. And if we were to find one, we would have that person, instead of getting paid $23 an hour, we'd be paid $75 an hour. So I think we want to get the most qualified person that we can
You're talking about the treasurer?
for the treasurer, when we advertise for that. So let's review it.
Well, the idea,
So we could say CPA preferred, but we're looking for extensive bookkeeping experience and governmental accounting background and budgeting and those sort of things that are probably in there. But when you mentioned having somebody be a CPA, places like Wall Smith and Baker can't even find CPAs to work for. So we have to realize that we might not be able to have that level.
Mayor,
Okay with going with
Yeah.
this?
yes, Dennis,
I have a question for Adam and Ariel. Ariel, first, when we ran the ad for the CPA, that was a couple of months ago, and that was for at least 30 days, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes,
Adam, how many people did you cold call? How many CPAs did you cold call to see if, or accounting firms did you cold call to see if they would be willing to work with us?
4 or 5, and everyone that actually would talk to me told me they're not taking any new clients, and the others just wouldn't return my call.
Yeah. Is Dana there? She called too, someone, didn't she?
Dana's not here, and they did make those calls also.
So maybe everybody 10 between the two of you guys?
Yeah, within 100 miles.
Okay. All right.
So this is where, you could say CPA preferred, but you're mostly looking at somebody who's got really good qualifications and who knows what we're looking for. Who knows familiar with QuickBooks, but also knows like government accounting principles, that sort of thing. And I think a lot of that's in our treasurer's description, and she could send it out and make it all, get a review of it and see how it goes. But coming back to this contract, does everybody feel fine with it as it's written?
Well, I would like to see a cap on initial investment, and I would like to see that she just doesn't travel here in those first 40 hours, because that'll be 8 hours. There, here, that.
And lodging and everything else.
Yeah.
I agree. And then, but I think it could be in the contract if for some reason we need her to come for whatever.
Sure.
We can make it clear that we don't want you to come, but if.
she would definitely want to come unless you're invited or something.
But I don't think we should put in the contract that we don't ever want you to come. But I think it can be our own understanding and make clear to her that we don't want her to, unless it's some kind of an extreme circumstance. And then the board will make a decision that says, yes, she has to come.
Right.
We're gonna pay for it.
So like it could say, the town shall be responsible for reimbursement for pre-approved mileage, travel time, meals and lodging.
There you go.
You
And then
think
the
about
other
time
thing I
actually.
would like to say that the bookkeeping services, whenever this shall include helping to prepare the, maybe reviewing the the 2024 budget and helping to prepare the 2025 budget. I mean, I just think we should state that, because part of this cleaning up the bookkeeping services is looking at the 2024 budget and helping to prepare that, and that would be the only other line that I would like to see added, if they don't have a problem with that.
I have a question about preparing the 25 budget. What would she prepare?
You'd fix what's wrong with the ones you've got now, maybe, because it's not, they're totally a wreck.
I'm sorry, Warren, I can't hear you.
She might be able to help fix the ones that you are intending to present, because they are a mess. Both the supplemental, which you have a public hearing on the 28th for, and then the 25. And if you would just look at the numbers, comparing projected numbers against the budget number, you can see that the actual numbers are just those numbers. I mean, it's a mess.
So it would really be, I mean, the projection of expenses in comparison to the projection of income is that it's projection.
But it's each line item. Look at each line item.
I have.
Actual to dates with projected through the end of the year. And the projected through the end of the year are the same as the budgeted amounts. So there's been no attempt to show what the actual numbers are. Just in that by itself. Never mind all the other mistakes that are in there.
So
You're talking 24 supplemental.
I'm talking both budgets.
So rather than spending a lot of time on this, I think one of the points we want is that, as you mentioned, is part of the bookkeeping services to include, reviewing, the 2024 budget and helping to prepare the 2025 budget. It's one that's stated so that they're not surprised and think we're just asking them to do checking the bookkeeping. And this is the thing we're gonna be asking her. So, with that, I am putting the max on the amount of time that we go up to that and we don't go any further until the board approves more money. But I would say an initial amount of hours of up to 40 hours, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
So initial hours, 40 hours and additional hours to be approved by the board. And
This is a,
the budget.
this is a month by month contract.
Correct.
So what we would be approving is possibly 40 hours within this first month.
40 hours until our next meeting, which is on October 28th. And if she uses all 40 hours before October 28th and gets a bunch of stuff done, maybe we'll do another 40. But if she's only doing 7 hours a week, maybe it'll be November before she's asking for more hours.
And if she can't get started immediately, then she wouldn't meet that theoretical schedule.
That'd be fine, then we renew in November versus October 28th. But also, for her to really get started, she's gonna have to have a session with some of us and probably have somebody like Warren witnessing that and giving us feedback to gently give to her. So I'm gone until next Wednesday night. I could do something on Wednesday night via Zoom, but I won't be available before that to help her get started.
Don't we have a finance meeting next Wednesday?
I think that sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't even see straight, so
Thursday, the 24th.
Thursday, the 24th. So yeah, she could probably receive information and review it before that, if she's available. And then on Thursday, the 24th, we could get more specific about our concerns.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good plan. In the meantime, we could, so she can get sent a copy of like our 2024 budget and,
23.
you know.
We'll be in contact with her and I'll,
I imagine you will too.
I will too. And she has tomorrow, she's available to talk, and Friday and Monday, but I think everybody else can be taking a weekend off, so.
Great, good for you.
Uh,
Me too. Yeah.
On Monday morning,
So I would like to say that we direct maybe Ariel to amend this budget or have an addendum to
run
this
this
budget.
the contract.
Or this contract, I'm sorry, to, under that ABC, item 1, under the bookkeeping services, to just add that part of the duties would be include reviewing the 2024 budget and helping to provide the 2025 budget. I'd like to have that added in there. And then, Adam's, idea on how we're gonna spend the money, that gets added in there. And, you know, go ahead and, approve this, and then if she wants to accept it with those changes.
See what we can do.
I think we're good to go. I also would ask her to please send us her resume for our records
Sending referrals.
and referral. I would like to have.
She said, I mean, literally, she's been doing this for 30 years, she hasn't had to produce a resume in however many years, so.
Yeah, it takes 3 hours to make a resume. I don't want to pay for that.
Well, she probably has, I would imagine she has a resume on here.
She's saying she doesn't because she hasn't had to pursue work in 30 years.
Everybody just comes to her.
Yeah. So, but she is offering references.
I'd like to see those references. A few of them anyway, most current.
I agree.
So I think references would be good.
Right, and like our big mistake with Leslie is we did this exact same thing because we needed help and we were desperate. Of course, I wasn't here at the time, but the board agreed to hire her, but there was no limit. So that was the problem. It became an $85,000 mistake, $160,000 mistake. Whereas here we're talking about, let's invest $3,000 and if she can show that she's worth that in place of a resume, then let's keep going.
I'm okay with that. It just, just send some references.
Yeah.
I feel like we need something.
So moved.
Second. So we're moving to approve the independent contract agreement for bookkeeping services.
As
With
amended.
Bueller Bookkeeping, the contract as amended, that's the suggestions.
Mhm.
Waiting for
Check.
Ariana to keep up with that. You got all the adjustments and you'll be willing to talk to her and. Yeah. You haven't talked to her yet, have you? No. Okay. You said she's doing tomorrow, you think? Up there. So,
Okay,
any other discussion? Dennis, you have anything else?
No, I agree with Adam on the travel thing and that's fine.
Is there any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Then I would like to say if you could please ask that she be available on our finance committee meeting.
I'll ask.
And I would love for you to at least be listening so you can participate somehow.
I
Warren,
mean, Warren,
The 24th.
yeah, okay. And then, I would also like to say that I feel like our residents have been asking us to fire our treasurer for almost 3 years. And we finally did it. And I know that was really hard, to make that change. And we did everything we could to try to make it work and be a good employer as well as public servants. So we did that. And now we have to like invest a little bit and try to get this shit straightened out.
Yeah.
But, thanks for doing that work, Benji.
no, it was much needed. I mean, it was,
Totally, absolutely.
I mean, it was.
All right,
Well, maybe we're heading in the right direction, which would be great.
So
So
we have one more.
what's being requested with the bank signatories?
I'm sure the former treasurer.
I make a motion to remove Kim Gossam from all signatory applications,
I'll second.
All bank accounts, all.
everything that she's a signatory on.
Second, any discussion, all in favor? Aye.
Did you get all of the passwords and keys?
Yeah.
So right now the signatories are Ariel and Benjamin
And me
and you.
and Ken Martinez?
Okay, I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
We need those minutes approved to go to the bank.
Or
That's why I wanted to now, so you're doing
That $30?
I think it's gonna be good.
I have -200.
I know you don't.
Go carry cash around with you.
Now, and I have like negative,
Not like anybody else is bringing anything.
so I just need to.
I know you're saying go to Adams State, I mean, come
I'm
on,
not, I'm
I mean,
saying.
Indonesia,
You
I mean, come on,
have ties for an accountant and you hire a
professional bookkeeper, somebody.
You can get bookkeeping
Trust me,
services.
it's not true, and this person is very, very qualified. And you will not be disappointed.